I have been waiting for this day for months. Welcome in, spooks! Today is such a good day because I am going to be doing my July TBR. That's it. I can read whatever I want. There are no limitations. There is no TBR shelf challenge to contest with. I just get to read whatever I like. I'm buzzed about it. Not only is this an exciting month because I can finally read whatever I like, but also I've got some new boost cards to show you. So if you've been watching my TBR games for a little while, you will be familiar with my boost cards. Here they are. And the purpose of the boost card is essentially to boost my month, to make my month more exciting, to get myself out of the house and doing new things. So I've taken it a little bit further. In my hands here, I have a stack. And for each boost card, so the TBR game is not changing. The TBR game board game stays the same, but when I land on each boost card, so for example, whilst we're here, let's say I land on this one that I'm holding now, the little book with the flowers, the prompt attached to that card used to be to visit the library or to visit a charity shop, but it might not mean that anymore. I will now have 4 surprise options. It's just adding a little excitement and jeopardy and the unknown to the game. So it could now mean one of 4 things, and I will have to pick at random to see what boost I have for that month. So the options of visit the library and visit a bookshop are still here, but now we have some extra ones like research something new or set the scene, which basically just means like get a little ambience, light a candle, get your favourite drink before you start reading. That's for those pictures. I'll show you another one and then I'll leave the rest up to mystery. So for example, you may be familiar with this picture, and this was for me to take my book to a coffee shop, and I do still have that as a prompt. Take your book to a coffee shop still exists. But we now have 3 other options that I could pick when I pick that tile. So I now have, because coffee is a little steamy, I now have buy, borrow or read a steamy book. Not my usual genre, but this is going to get me out of my comfort zone. I also have read at home with a hot drink. And last of all, this sort of thing might feature a little bit more these days, but I have book and beverage photo challenge. And this is just trying to get me to post my Bookstagram more because I rarely use it and I'd like to. So for every prompt tile that I currently have on my TBR game, so also the moon, the typewriter, the cinnamon bun, the tree, the friendship pinky promise, the fancy drink, and of course the fancy book with flowers, there will now be 4 options for each of those boost images. We have a whole stack. I cannot wait to get started. But before we do, I am going to briefly tell you about June. I'm not going to go into any detail of the prompts I had to read because I will have just posted my June wrap up and you can go and watch that if you're interested to see how my June game went. It was intense. But I did manage to pass my June TBR game and also complete my TBR shelf challenge, which was a, I think, almost year-long challenge. I posted a little short to my channel asking whether I was crazy to contemplate doing another TBR shelf challenge after months of telling myself I would never do this again, ever. Yeah, looks like that might be what I'm doing. I'm gonna regret this so much. Subject to change, but I might consider doing another TBR shelf challenge. I do have a lot of new books behind me ready for my TBR game, so not out of the realm of possibilities, just maybe out of the realms of sanity. I'm crazy, I know I'm crazy. I can hear myself being crazy and yet I'm still doing it. Why? Why am I like this? Anyway, I am so excited to get this game played and to see what we're reading from the books behind me this month. I can't wait. There is only one book that I need to read this month, and that is for Gavin Reads It All's Patreon book club, and that is... By the way, I also colour coordinated my TBR shelf. I don't know if I like it yet, but I don't know. What do you think? Kinda. It does, however, make things quite hard to find. I feel you should be here. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I knew the cover was black. I didn't know this was orange. Coral? I don't know. I started to second guess myself and I was like, have I even bought this book? And I was like, I'm sure I pre-ordered it. Bookshelf's telling me crazy, now it's colour coordinated. So yeah, I will be reading this in July. If it can fit a prompt, that'd be cool. If not, no problem. We can read whatever we like this month. We can do whatever we want. The possibilities are endless. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Sorry? Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. I follow this author on Instagram and they post so many teasers about upcoming books they're publishing. I want them all, but I am yet to read anything by them. I really do need to read this one this month so that I can then get in on the full excitement of buying everything they publish and pre-ordering literally everything that's coming out ever. I think they're currently working on a horror that comes out in 2026 and they've got horrors coming out this year, I think. I need to read it. This has to go on the list this month. Let's play my TBR game. Okay, we are ready to play. Let's look at last month's cards and whether we want to exclude any of those prompts we used. Here are all the boosts. So, last month's prompts. A book set in the future. I kind of want to keep a book set in the future. Sorry if it's really echoey in here, by the way. It's just been decorated and now it's just a bit empty. But it's got the table, so we need it. A book set in the future I'm going to keep. A book written by a female author I'm going to keep. First book in a series I'll keep. A book about books I guess I'll keep. Straight edges I'll keep. BIPOC authors and or characters I will keep. So we're going to keep all those. Let's shuffle. Did I get no boosts or bonuses last month? Can't remember. My fear is I'm not gonna land on any of the boost tiles this month and I will be sorely disappointed after putting all that effort into designing them. Okay, vaguely shuffled. Just checking where you'll be able to see them. There is good. Let's put these up here then. They're my boosts. Still keeping the bonuses. Okay, we need the gold dice. We need the black dice. And we need you. Okay, sure. Let's roll the gold dice first. That didn't count. I'm starting with £2. There, you can see that. Cool. Okay, roll number 1. I'm not going to count them actually because I forget every time where I'm at. 1. Ooh, that is £3 and a prompt. Okay, a prompt. Middle of the stack. Only words on the cover. You know, I've already read it, but Drive Your Plow Over the Bones of the Dead would have been perfect for that prompt. But I know that they've written another story with the same cover design, so I don't own it, which kind of goes against what the TBR game is for, but I want it. I'll add it to the pile. Good prompt though, I'll take it. Roll number 2. I'll count for as long as I can remember. 2. Fuck. No. No. It's the TBR jar. I'm getting £1 for my pain. I didn't make a TBR boost card, did I? No. Do I need to go get the TBR jar? Yes. Let's find the book I'm reading in July. Just be kind to me. I would take like a Stacey Hall's book. Here's the one, which you can see. Their eyes are watching God. Okay, I'm not mad about that. We will go and get the book from the shelf when we finish. Roll number 3, probably? 2. Could we move a little quicker? That is £2 and prompt. Let's go near the top this time, like there. Alliteration. So I think when I did this prompt, I wanted either the author's name to be alliteration, so first and last name start with the same letter, or something in the title where 2 or more words start with the same letter. Roll number 4. I am remembering. 3, which is lose £1 and roll again. Rude. Rude, but okay. 5. I'm looking ahead, no cheating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We skipped 3 boosts. Cool. We landed on £2 and a prompt. Let's go to the bottom in that case. We get to see it at the same time. Ooh, gosh. Readers also enjoyed. So what that means is, on Goodreads there is a section where you can scroll down and it said readers also enjoyed, and basically you'll get a book that's kind of similar sometimes. So what I want to do with this one is find my last book that I rated 5 stars and scroll down to readers also enjoyed and see if I can find another 5 stars. Bonus points if I already own the book. That would be nice. I'm not gonna limit myself, so I'm not gonna pick the first one. I might do a little scroll and we can do it together. We'll do it together when I go upstairs. Roll number something. Told you I would lose my way. 1. That didn't even feel like a roll. Go back 2 spaces, lose £1. Bye. We don't get the money, but we do get the prompt. Let's go kind of middle-ish, 2/3. An author you've never read before. That's quite good because there's a lot. That could be the CJ Drews one. Roll whatever. 3. Okay, we skip that again. 1, 2, 3. Again, it's £2, but also a prompt. Yeah, the game's like, you thought June was hard? You're gonna read. We're going to the top. Periodic table? What did I mean by that? Maybe, I think maybe like, not sure. Not sure what I meant by that. I'm gonna assume I meant to randomly land somewhere on the periodic table and get either a title or a cover that matches the vibe. We'll see how that works. Or it could be colour. Was it colour? I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking, but I like it. Roll whatever. I really hope my neighbours can't hear me. It's so echoey in here. 6 is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We just went past a boost card. Okay, £1 and a prompt. It's fine. We're gonna go right at the bottom. There. Commit to it. A book about books. Fine. Fine. I should have taken it out, shouldn't I? I can't think of anything. I'm sure there's loads, but the only one that comes to mind is not Michael Lawrence, Mark Lawrence. And I'm not reading the sequel to that because the first one was a slog. Roll something. It might be the penultimate roll. I would like a boost card after I went to all that effort, you know. Thank you. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the previous one was like make a mocktail, make a cocktail. So it's £1 and the boost card, which looks like a cocktail, and we get to pick at random. So there will be, I think it's near the end, 4 cocktails. There's the 4 cocktails. And we're gonna randomly pick one. I feel good about this one. Make a mocktail. So it's pretty similar to what I had last time, but that's fine. I love it. I've actually never made a mocktail before. I have a really good festive cocktail that I make, but obviously we're in summer, and so I need something that isn't so festive. So like a summery mocktail would be nice. We will work that out. I have a lot of prompts there that's making me nervous. And still 1 more to go. Yay! It's a 3! 1, 2, 3. So it's the Moon Boost. I also get £5 and a bonus. I think I've run out of black coins. So we'll go green. That's 5 coins. I get a bonus. Let's pick a random one. I would like double up on the prompts because I currently have 6. You know what? The TBR Game God's being kind to me today. That is double up 1 book, 2 prompts. Thank you so much, ma'am. And we also need the boost card, which is a moon. And we get to pick 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's pick at random together. Do I close my eyes? I can't see them. This is my chosen one. Wind down with a podcast. So this just means this is like an evening task. And instead of reading, I'm going to stick my headphones in and maybe make a warm drink or a cold drink if it's summer. Maybe I'll make my mocktail and listen to my podcast. I like that one. It fell. Okay. Right, we know that's finished. Can't be anything else. Let's count up the coins. 1, 2, 3. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, £17 to spend on books in July. That's pretty good. We need to go find my TBR jar book. Let's go make some decisions. Okay, we're looking for the eyes, we're watching God. Let's get the light to stay on. Shout if you see it. I don't know who it's by, so I'm just gonna scroll for you. And you know, yell. It'll be too late by then, but yell. Did I miss it? I don't see it. Oh, the big light went off. Oh, there. Oh good, it's not too long. I got this second hand at a National Trust bookshop, I think. Don't hold me to that. The fact you have 18% battery is making me nervous. I'll go as fast as I can. So I've got my 2 boost cards, just to recap. I've got my 2 boost cards, Make a Mocktail, cool, and Wind Down with a Podcast. I do have 1 bonus card of Double Up 1 Book 2 Prompts. Love receiving that one, love, love, love. So that might help us out because we have 6 prompts. Not crazy, especially considering how hectic June was. But let's see what we can read from the shelf, ideally from the shelf. So first of all, obviously I mentioned I want to read Don't Let the Forest In. I'm just going to see if any of these match. It's obviously an author I've never read before, that would match. Don't Let the Forest In, not really alliteration. Only words on the cover, no. The other ones, I need to have a look at what I meant by periodic table. What did I mean by that? It's so warm. Okay, I found a website that will pick you a random periodic table element, and once we have our random element, I'm just going to see whether it sounds like a title, whether it sounds like the author, whether it's got similar letters to an author, similar letters to a title, it's got anything related on the cover. We'll just see what we've got. If we end up with a really complicated one, well, I don't know what we'll do. My iPad's on charge, so we're working with this. How can you see? Do I need to get closer? Cool. I could get my little handheld out, but that just feels a little like too much work right now. So we're just going to pick random element. Ruthenium. Oh, imagine if an author's name was Ruth. That would work. What is ruthenium? It also says 44 on it. Ruthenium is a rare, hard, silvery white transition metal belonging to the platinum group, with an atomic number of 44. It's known for its resistance to corrosion and oxidation. It's durable. I have no idea why I did this to myself. This feels cruel. Okay, so maybe anything silver, or anyone whose name is Ruth. What do we think? We're gonna go in on the shelf with this. Okay. I'm kind of looking for anything Ruth or silver. I feel like that's a good start. I don't think I have anything by the name Ruth. Hang on. Look at that spine. Is it catching the light for you? This has silver on the cover. It's a stretch, but I think I might go for this. Okay, my next prompt is a book about books. I don't know if any of the books on my shelves fill this prompt. So I searched on Goodreads, just hoping that I might find something I've already got on my shelf, and let me show you what it selected. It's not currently on my shelf, but it's because I wanted to read it in June and I didn't get time. Here is the evidence that I searched for books about books, and if you go down and down and down, The Starless Sea, I didn't know that was a book about books. Is it? Why is it a book about books? I'm not going to question it. I'm really not. If Goodreads tells me it's a book about books, I'm going to trust that. So I even got my little tabs in ready, but then I think I read the first few pages and then didn't do anything. So really excited to read this one. I've heard such mixed reviews, so kind of curious to make my own decisions. But yes, I think this might be a winner because on my shelf I cannot think of anything that's about books, or obviously about books. I will double check. I do have the Library of Broken Worlds, which I guess is about books. That might be a contender actually. I also have The Haunted Bookshop, which again is about bookshop. It's kind of about books, isn't it? Okay. I don't see anything that's obvious. I might be totally wrong, but I've got a few here. I'll save it till the end until I make my decision. The next one I'm going to try and find is the Readers Also Enjoyed prompt. So I'm going to go to my Goodreads, the last book that I rated 5 stars. Ooh, okay, I think I know what it's going to be, but I definitely don't think I'll have anything on my shelf that matches that. So the last book, I've not been rating them on Goodreads, which is very annoying. The last one I rated 5 stars, I think, was... Oh, it's not even on here. What? Oh, I haven't updated my Goodreads in so long. Because the last one I rated 5 stars was Project Naught, which was the graphic novel. So I didn't think I'd have anything on my shelf that matched Readers Also Enjoyed. So if we're going by Goodreads, I guess, that might make it slightly easier. The last thing I read that I rated 5 stars was, I think, Drive Your Plough of the Bones of the Dead. I've not been putting my ratings on Goodreads, that's so frustrating. Oh, I have a spreadsheet. Of course I have a spreadsheet. Gosh. 5 stars, Project Naught was the last one I rated 5 stars. 5 stars, Voyage of the Damned. Never mind, Voyage of the Damned was the last one I rated 5 stars. Drive Your Plough of the Bones of the Dead I only rated 4. So Voyage of the Damned is the last one I rated 5 stars. Didn't rate it on Goodreads, which is annoying, but on my spreadsheet I did. I need to just update my Goodreads. So, you can look with me. Let me get my camera out, it's so much easier. I'm gonna just pop a squat. You can watch from here. Not me popping a squat. You can watch me pick the book. That's enough. Okay, so here is A Voyage of the Damned. My rating's not on here, classic, but trust me, it was 5 stars for me. Readers Also Enjoyed. Let's see if I own any of them first. That would be really helpful. I don't own any of these. Ooh, interesting. I own The Teller of Small Fortunes. It's in a book box. I love this author. This author, I met her recently and she is so lovely. And she has a new book coming out called Gutter Witch. It's being published by Bloomsbury, which, absolute massive win. And I'm so excited to read it. I also want to read Sorcery in Small Magics, but I don't own that. Sorry, you can't see, there you go. I also own Watermoon, and I'm really excited to read that. A Sorcerer's Constable I read and I didn't really like it that much. Oh, Emily Wilde's Compendium of Lost Tales, big fan. Don't own any of those. Faithbreaker, I don't own yet. I've only just finished reading the sequel, so yeah, probably not. Academy for Liars I do own, but not really that into it right now. I think, oh, it's between Watermoon or The Teller of Small Fortunes. Don't judge me. There's a reason that this is still in the box. Percentage are you on? 4? You're on 4%? Ugh, let me put the other battery in and then we'll unwrap together. I mean, you've only got 51%, but that's better than dying. So the reason why I've not unpacked this, I can literally see it, it's so beautiful, is for that exact reason. This, I know, would have been a massive distraction for me. If I had it on my shelf, I would want to read it. So whilst I was completing my TBR shelf challenge, I put this away, kept it in its box so that I wouldn't look at it and be tempted to read it and ignore my TBR shelf responsibilities. Look at the sneak peek that I can see. You freaking kidding me? The reveal. She's beautiful. Honestly. Glorious. It gets better, it just gets better and better. I sounded so old then, it gets better and better. Oh, look. Ah! It's better than I thought. Oh, it's got reversible. Oh, I love when they do that. I think I prefer the one that's already on it. Oh god, I almost bent it. Unsure. So that's the cover I have on currently. But the front cover could be, I don't want to drop it. Let's hold this more sensibly. Look at the back. That's what the cover could be. Oh, it's so, so beautiful. Again, I've heard quite mixed reviews on it. I'm a little concerned that it's one of those books where the premise is stunning. Oh wait, that's Watermoon. Is that Watermoon? What am I thinking of? Oh, I'm thinking of Watermoon, where I've heard that the premise is really, really good, but then the follow through wasn't really there. I don't know if I've heard anything too negative about this one. This is definitely going on my list. No words about it. What was even the prompt? I can't remember, I'm so excited. Readers also enjoyed. Readers also enjoyed because I loved Voyage of the Damned. Cool. Cool. I don't have any other words to say other than heck yeah. So, I have 3 prompts left, and I do have a bonus where I can double up on 2 of them. I need to read Don't Let the Forest In. Don't Let the Forest In doesn't fit any of these except for an author I've never read before. So I think if I'm being logical, I'm just going to put it with this. Which means we kind of want to double up with alliteration and only words on the cover. The one I was telling you about by Olga Tokarczuk. This is the one I read, Drive Your Plough Over the Bones of the Dead. Absolutely adored it. I thought I rated it 5 stars, apparently it was just 4. But I actually have the ebook of the other story. Let me find it. My iPad's on charge. I have the ebook on Kindle, but I'm gonna just Google what it's called. Oh, it doesn't help me at all because it's called The Empusium. None of that really alliterates, so that doesn't work for me. But I know that cover looks different, but the one that I have on ebook is exactly the same as that one. It's just a blue cover. Fine. We need to find another one with only words on the cover and for some form of alliteration. Have any of my existing picks got alliteration in? I guess the Starless Sea at a stretch could work. I mean, not a stretch, it is alliterating. I want to find something different and exciting, but that could work if I need to double up on that one. So I just really need to find only words on the cover. Let's reconsult the shelves. Don't give up. I'm not giving up. Okay, I know it is a slight stretch, but the whole point of this is not to buy books to fill the prompts. I can do that if I want to, but I'm really excited to read what's on my shelf. So I am saying only words on the cover maybe kind of means mostly words on the cover. That is like 80% words, surely. And I really want to read it. I want to support the author. This is an indie author. Let me support indie authors. Why are you being so mean? Let's recap. Let's make some big decisions. Hard decisions, let's go. We have 6 books to read this month. Why is that 6? Oh, I got 6 prompts, but one was a double up, and then I got a TBR jar. Anyway, that's fine. First up, for the prompt readers also enjoyed, I'll be reading The Teller of Small Fortunes by Julie Young. For my TBR jar prompt, I'll be reading Their Eyes Are Watching God by Zora Neale Hurston. For the prompt periodic table, we got a slippery sort of element, and we'll be reading Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer. For the 2 prompts, alliteration and a book about books, apparently, I'll be reading The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. For the prompt, an author I've never read before, I'll be reading Don't Let the Forest In by C.G. Drews. And finally, for the slightly stretchy prompt, only words on the cover, I'll be reading Swallowed by Meg Smitherman. Let's look at the stack. That is a truly beautiful site, and such an interesting combo of genres in here too. Yay! That's it for my July TBR video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any recommendations for books that I can add to my TBR shelf, my new TBR shelf, and if you want to see a TBR shelf challenge in 2025/2026, drop a message in the comments down below. But otherwise, I'll catch you in a video very, very soon. Bye!
Let me show you a place where you gon' wanna move your feet until they start to